The lore of the conductor is more dark than you think. Here are a few reasons which shed light on why conductor were created, and what are the reasons that turned them into mindless zombies of silk, and what were the causes that leads to these harsh changes. Number 1. A dialogue with the caretaker in the White Ward makes it clear that all the experiments they performed were horrific failures, but still it worked and infused silk into the bugs. Every bug in the Citadel benefits from this, either directly or through perks passed down to new generations. However, for the conductors trying to keep themselves alive, things went wrong. Number 2. The conductors were among the most experimented upon due to their prestige and importance in the choir. For them to serve eternally, the White Ward experimented on them even more than the average bug to make them more immortal. When we met Ballarod, he was only still alive by one silk spool due to a wasting disease caused by those surgeries. Judging by how they were treated, it's likely that Ballarod is now a mangled mess of silk beneath his clothes. Number 3. One of the relics contains a commandment that makes it clear that it was an honor to be selected to serve the cause. Number 4. There's a lore item you find in the White Ward that outright says dying is a sin. Additionally, in the slab, there are documents you can find about the sins leading to imprisonment, which state, guilty of the sin of infirmity. So it's not just the fear of dying or illness itself. You were outright punished for daring to become ill. The role of conductors was so crucial in the Citadel that they had more surgeries than anyone else. They were not allowed to die at any cost until their body ended up being more silk than bug. This is clear from the Song of the Statue and Ballador's talk about the conductors bearing the heaviest mantle. Number 5. Next, the state of Ballarod. While you can't see him clearly through the curtains, the machinery of sewing silk keeping him alive with slower pace, shoving a spool of silk into him like an IV pump. Being so frail, he relies upon Hornet for the news of the Citadel. Due to this process, he is not allowed to die, continuing his misery to serve. Number 6.
As we know, the grandmother silk uplifted the weavers to serve his mindless control of Farloom, but the weavers altered the purpose of the Citadel to create a gigantic machine that uses song to keep grandmother silk dormant. The weavers left Farloom for some reason, perhaps to find their fled sisters who ran from the grasps of grandmother silk and those who remained, lose their mind like Widow, left the conductors in charge with the instructions to keep the wheel running and informs them about what would happen if Granny wakes up, as we see it at the end. Conductor Romino, at the very least, was aware of what the Citadel was for, though he seems to have had a more cynical view of its sustainability, describing keeping silk asleep as a folly. And if grandmother silk wakes up, the conductors understandably freaked out at the great task they were put to, further altering the Citadel to continue like maniacs and to never stop, or else we are all doomed. As part of that never to stop singing, one of them had the bright idea to do stuff like making dying illegal, and tasked the White Ward with making that possible, resulting in what we see today.